Hey, my name is Bobby Ofterdinger. I'm the founder of TAM to Target, and welcome to our K12 Outbound Prospecting course. I'm putting this course together for free on YouTube to help you get a little bit better, or in some cases, a lot better, at outbound prospecting into the K12 market. So if you're a VP of sales or CRO at a company selling to K12 schools, you already know that cold outreach is getting harder. Not just in the last couple of years, really even in the last few months, it's getting so much harder. Response rates are down. Gatekeepers are keeping the gate shut even tighter than before. And what's happening is that your reps, your SDRs, all of your different salespeople, they're burning out even. So in this initial video, I want to break down why your K12 sales outreach just isn't working and what we can do about it. So let's get in. Let's start with this. So outreach that worked even 2 to 3 years ago is dead, right? Generic emails, templates, cold calls that you're making without any context, lists that are just pulled from MCH or Agile or any of the big brands that are just sinking into your CRM. You put those into a sequence, spray and pray. It's not effective, right? And frankly, it's damaging your brand. And so most vendors are really treating outbound like a numbers game. They push their reps to send more emails, maybe 500, 600 from their primary domain, and call more people. But the problem really isn't volume. What we found is that it's actually strategy. And that's what I want to do in this video series, is to help you get more strategic and then provide a lot of tactical hands-on advice for how you can improve that outbound messaging and actually cut through the noise and book some meetings with these K12 decision makers. So at TAM to Target, we specialize in K12 outbound. And so between me and the other members of our executive team, we have over 30 years combined in the space. We've helped dozens of ed tech companies, curriculum companies, software companies, consultancies. They're filling their pipeline with real opportunities, and it's all from getting more strategic with your outbound. So the number one thing we found is this: the vendors that win in K12 are not just sending more, they're sending smarter, okay? They're using data, relevance, and multi-channel outreach. And we're not just talking about dynamic fields like first name, title, things like that. We're talking about really relevant data on a per person basis. And I'm going to teach you how to do that in this course. These vendors that are cutting through the noise, they're treating outreach like a system, not like a slot machine that you just keep on going after, right? So let's dive into what's actually broken. Here's what most teams get. First off, your list is junk. You're emailing or calling people who left the district a year ago, or worse, you're hitting the wrong role entirely because maybe they've moved on to a different role. Another thing that we're noticing is that the message is really generic. So things like, we help schools innovate. Cool. So does everybody else, right? Your outreach needs to sound like you understand your prospect's world. And you can do that with the tools that I'm going to show you in this course. Number 3, your emails, they're not even landing in the primary box. Deliverability is the silent killer in outbound. You're getting a 0% reply rate because no one's seeing your actual message, right? So we're going to talk about this in detail, actually in the next video in this series. So the last piece is you really don't have a cadence for your follow-up. Oftentimes I'm talking to vendors and they're sending 1 or 2 different emails and then they're cold calling. And then they move on to another state or another region. That's not a sequence. That's a wish, right? You need to have more strategy behind why you're reaching out to people. And your sequences should vary depending on what your target is. So let's conclude the video here. So we help K12 vendors run outbound like it's 2025, not like it's 2015. What you're going to learn is how to scrape and verify district and school level data using tools like EduLead, Million Verifier, and BounceBan. How we're going to push all that through Clay so that you can find really relevant data about all these different prospects, and you'll be able to use it not just in cold email outbound, but also when you're dialing. Most importantly, we're going to tie it all together into a system, not guesswork. You're not going to trust your gut. You're going to have a predictable way to build pipeline without burning out your sales team. So in the next few videos, I'm going to walk you through exactly how we build lists, how we write cold emails, how we warm up domains, and how we train reps to crush it on cold calls. So if you want the full series, just go ahead and take a look here. You can subscribe to the playlist or to the channel. And I hope that you find all of this content really valuable. Thanks.